Joshua 15. And the lot of the tribe of the children of Yehudah, for their clans, was to the border of Edom, the wilderness of Sin, southward in the extreme south. And their southern border began at the edge of the Salt Sea, from the bay that faces southward. And it went out to the southern side of the ascent of Akrabim, passed over to Sin, and went up on the south side of Kadesh Barnea, and passed over to Hetzron, went up to Adar, and went around to Karka, and passed over to Atzmon, and went out to the Wadi of Mitzrayim. And the border ended at the sea. This is your southern border. And the east border was the Salt Sea, as far as the end of the Yarden. And the border on the northern quarter began at the bay of the sea at the end of the Yarden. And the border went up to Beth Hoglah, and passed over north of Beth Araba. And the border went up to the stone of Bohan, son of Reuben. And the border went up toward Debir from the valley of Achor, and it turned northward toward Gilgal, which is before the ascent of Adumim, which is the south of the Wadi. And the border passed over to the waters of En Shemesh, and ended at En Rogel. And the border went up by the valley of the son of Hinnom to the southern slope of the Jebusite city, that is, Jerusalem. And the border went up to the top of the mountain that lies before the valley of Hinnom westward, which is at the end of the valley of Rephaim northward. And the border went around from the top of the hill to the fountain of the water of Nephtoah, and went up to the cities of Mount Ephron. And the border went round to Bala, that is, Kiriath Yearim. And the border turned around from Baalah westward to Mount Seir, and passed over to the side of Mount Yearim on the north, that is, Kesalon, and went down to Beth Shemesh, and passed over to Timnah. And the border went out to the side of Akron northward. And the border went around to Shikkeron, and passed over to Mount Baalah, and went out to Yabneel. And the border ended at the sea. And the west border was the coastline of the great sea. This is the boundary of the children of Yehudah, all around for their clans. And to Caleb, son of Jephunneh, he gave a portion in the midst of the children of Yehudah, according to the command of Jehovah to Yehoshua, Kiriath Arba, that is, Hebron. Arba was the father of Anak. And Caleb drove out the three sons of Anak from there, Sheshai, and Alman, and Talmai, the children of Anak. And he went up from there to the inhabitants of Debir, and the name of Debir formerly was Kiriath Shepher. And Caleb said, He who smites Kiriath Sepher shall capture it. To him I shall give Achsah my daughter as wife. And Othniel, son of Kenaz, the brother of Caleb, did capture it. So he gave him Achsah his daughter as wife. And it came to be, when she came to him, that she persuaded him to ask her father for a field. And when she got off from the donkey, Caleb said to her, What is the matter? And she said, Give me a blessing. Since you have given me land in the south, give me also fountains of water. And he gave her the upper fountains and the lower fountains. This was the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Yehudah for their clans. And the cities at the farthest border of the tribe of the children of Yehudah, toward the border of Edom in the south, were Kabseel, and Eder, and Yagur, and Kinah, and Damona, and Arabah, and Kadesh, and Hatzor, and Yethnah, Ziph, and Talib, and Baaloth, and Hatzor, and Hadah, and Kerioth, Hetzron, that is, Hatzor, and Amam, and Shema, and Moladah, and Hatzar Gadah, and Heshmon, and Beth Pelet, and Hatzar Shual, and Beersheba, and Bezyothah, Baalah, and Ayim, and Etzem, and Eltolad, and Kasil, and Hormah, and Siklad, and Madmanah, and Sansanah, and Lebaoth, and Shilhim, and Ayin, and Ramon. All the cities were 29, and their villages. In the low country, Eshtaol, and Sorah, and Ashna, and Zanawah, and Enganim, Tapawah, and Enam, Yarmuth, and Adullam, Sokoh, and Azekah, and Sha'arim, and Adithaim, and Gederah, and Gederothaim, 14 cities with their villages. Sinan, and Hadashah, and Migdal-Gad, and Dalan, and Mitzpeh, and Yokthael, Lachish, and Botzquath, and Eglon, and Kabon, and Laman, and Kitlish, and Gederoth, Beth Dagon, and Naamah, and Makkedah, 16 cities with their villages. Libnah, and Ither, and Ashan, and Yiftah, and Ashna, and Netzib, and Keilah, and Akzib, and Mareshah, 9 cities with their villages. Ekron with its towns and its villages. From Ekron to the sea, all that were by the side of Ashdod with their villages. Ashdod, its towns and its villages. Azah, its towns and its villages, as far as the Wadi of Mitzrayim and the Great Sea, with its coastline. And in the mountain country, Shamur, and Yatir, and Sokoh, and Dana, and Kiryas Sanah, that is, Debir, and Anab, and Eshtemoth, and Anim, and Goshen, and Halon, and Gilo, 11 cities with their villages. Arab, and Duman, and Eshan, and Yanim, and Beth Tupawah, and Aphaqah, and Humtah, and Kiryath Arba, that is, Hebron, and Seor, 9 cities with their villages. Maon, Carmel, and Ziph, and Utah, and Yisrael, and Yokedam, and Zanawah, Kaid, Gibah, and Timnah, 10 cities with their villages. Halhul, Beth Sur, and Gedor, and Ma'arath, and Beth-Ano, and Eltekam, 6 cities with their villages. Kiryath Baal, that is, Kiryath, Yearim, and Rabbah, 2 cities with their villages. In the wilderness, Beth Arabah, Midden, and Sekah, and Nibshan, and the city of Salt, and En-Gedi, 6 cities with their villages. As for the Jebusites, the inhabitants of Jerusalem, the children of Yehudah, were unable to drive them out. So the Jebusites have dwelt with the children of Yehudah at Jerusalem to this day.